But like, just make sure it's not too loud. I can't hear it yet. No? Not yet?
Can you hear me?
No.
Okay.
Can you hear you?
I can, it's echoey. I can hear you.
I can't hear anything.
Can you talk?
I can hear everybody.
Okay.
Is it the Schwartz? It might just be my headphones, but I can't hear anything on mine. Nothing. Oh, there's. Wait. Check. It did for a second, and then I disconnected again. Oh. That's the connection. No, not right now. No. But that's the connection, definitely. Well, if it's just my headphones, I don't need to hear myself, but it's more of a want than a need. I just think it's just nice to know what I sound like. I like to be able to know if I'm like too loud, too quiet.
Rachel's always so loud. She's so loud. I've done so many podcasts with her, and it's just, she's so much louder than me. I just can't.
Yeah, I make her videos a lot, so. And she'll do like the whole thing, and then I'll go and edit it and everything, and she'll be like, no, I hate all that I have to do. I'm like, oh, Rachel, why do I do this? Yeah, that's good now. I can hear.
I'm good.
I'm still here. Yeah, there's still. Okay. There we go.
I'm good.
It's kind of loud.
Here we go. It's very loud.
Yeah, you can turn it down a bit, quite a bit. That's way better.
Funny
Yep.
and
Okay.
aloof start,
hear you?
and
Check,
then
Check. 1, 2, 3.
Give me some.
welcome to Strange Famous, a live streaming show
Do you ever
that's
get
about
tired
to
of
begin.
drinking liquor?
We are
Okay,
so
good.
excited to showcase several
Alright,
local
our
strange
intro's
famous
rolling.
people who you may or may not know from the community.
Liquor keeps you
My
young.
name's Caroline Hutchison, and every
actually
Wednesday
already
from 9:30 to 10:30, we will be meeting you here live from the Soldier Fit Studios in Frederick,
He's already 75.
with a goal to raise $22,000 by the end of the year.
Liquor keeps
So
you young.
join us. It's going to be epic. We're going to have a blast. So much fun is going to be happening here.
I'm serious,
A
I'm
huge
recording.
thank you to all
Yeah,
of our
you can tell
sponsors. C Inc., Safety Environmental Engineers. My Salon Suite of Frederick, Maryland. Interlock Broadheads, Deadly by Design.
In the car right now.
A&S Construction, holler at your roofing queen.
In the car? Yeah, you just.
Southern Coyote, custom game calls. Ow! Heated hunts, heating up the woods. Voltage Wrestling for local badassery. Valley Guns 2 for all your firearms and archery goodies. And of course, Soldier Fit for letting us use this amazing studio.
Plug it out, bro.
Strange Famous is hosted by me, Caroline Hutchison, a social media influencer, a hunter, golfer, entrepreneur, and owner of Medina Media Productions.
I don't know. I can't hear any
The show
of it
is
yet.
also produced by Medina
Okay.
Media Productions and Venue Media
Did you get that new marijuana
in
minute I
partnership
gave
with
you?
a 501c3 Platoon 22.
Should be coming up next.
And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. It's time to get crazy with Strange Famous. Woo!
And now our marijuana minute, brought to you by Sweet Buds
real
Dispensary.
Hey guys, it's me again, Rakim from Sweet Buds. We got Alien Mints today as our strain. This is by strain. It's gonna come in at 32%, and it also has 2.81 on that terp. The highest terp is going to be that 7.7 of that limonene. That's going to be a euphoric, uplifting. This is going to be your all-day high. This is going to be something like your daily drivers, not your sports car, not super exotic, not your beater. This is going to be a really good one. You can always find this up here at Sweet Buds. This is in Ballinger Creek in Frederick, Maryland. Come on and stop by.
All right. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? It's me, Caroline, your host of Strange Famous. We're live from the Soldier Fit Studios right here in Frederick, Maryland. I am so excited, as always, to have my amazing friends here tonight. Some people I've never met. For the first time, I'm here with my boy, Braden. What's up, man?
Thanks for having me.
Look, we don't have a secret handshake bet. I bet by the end of the night, this shit's gonna happen. We're gonna have a secret handshake. We're gonna go through a bunch of McClintock's best tonight with one of the founders and owners of the distillery. So that's gonna happen. And then over here to my right, I have my girl Danielle from Danielle Marie and Company. All right, girl, you gotta tell me all about your business.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so why don't we start with one of your magical products first and tell me a little bit about the history of you as you pour and talk about the first thing. Well, actually, let me get not too ahead of myself. Let me just thank Soldier Fit Studios for letting us do this here tonight really quick. And also, don't forget the reason why we're doing this is to raise money for our veterans. So Platoon 22, we're here to raise some money for them. Platoon 22 creates a place for veterans to get the support they need, and 22 veterans commit suicide every day. So we are trying to create awareness for that program and raise money for them. So it's free for all my guests to come in, free to be a sponsor. If you want to get involved in the show, please hit me up and let me know. And we're here to just have fun and create awareness, and that's what we're going to do. So take it away, Braden. What do you got for us first?
Perfect. So the one I always like to start with is some whiskey. If you guys are down to try some whiskey.
Dude, I'm always down to try whiskey.
Awesome.
And he told us earlier that he's actually 72 years old. It's the liquor that keeps him looking like this.
Yep.
Wait,
He's
what's
been
your
doing
real-
this
what's
for
your real
49 years.
Tell the people, how old are you, 12?
I'm 13 and a half. I've been making liquor for about 12 years.
Thank
He
you.
hit puberty just now.
So they call these
Thank
the
you.
church shots, right? These
That's
are
right.
the church
Communion
shots.
cups.
Communion cups.
Yeah.
Jesus
I went
is
to
the
Catholic
reason.
school my whole life, and I've never seen these before, but they're adorable.
And we have other guests if you guys want to try this as well.
Yes.
Please partake if you'd like.
I'll pour some extras out
Yeah.
and put them
Pour
to the
some for my
side.
homies.
So we have other guests off over here in our green room, if you will. We're going to let them taste along with us as we do this. So
what
yeah,
kind is this?
yeah, what is this?
So this is a rye whiskey.
Okay.
This is one of the reasons we wanted to start our distillery. So me and my business partner started McClintock in 2015. Took us about 17 months to build out our historic building. And then we opened in December of 2016. So we're about to come up on our 6-year anniversary. And this product right here is what we wanted to do, which was to restore a lot of the history and the heritage of distilling here in Maryland. So I grew up here.
It's so smooth.
It is 90
It is.
proof.
Dang.
It drinks like water.
It is definitely 90%.
Danger, Will
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
This is
Chase that with my other
dangerous.
vodka.
And this is a historic mash bill based on a pre-prohibition Maryland rye, because we used to be the largest producer of rye whiskey in the country here in
What?
this state.
Really?
Are
So
you
we're trying to
serious?
bring that back. Of
Wow.
renowned Maryland rye whiskeys.
Well, it's so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
It really is.
warm,
Very warm,
perfect winter
perfect.
drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys want one, Jay, Mike, anybody?
Perfect,
Whiskey?
like by the fire, whenever the
Yeah,
temperature
whiskey,
cools
okay.
down.
Wow.
You will be. You will be.
I'll have to have another then.
We will drink for you.
All right. Well, Danielle, so let's talk a little bit about you for a second here.
gosh,
All right. Business. How long have you been doing what you do
Oh gosh.
so well?
Okay, so I've been doing what I do for about 10 years. So like way before COVID. COVID really helped the virtual aspect of businesses and how to hire people virtually and work for a company. But I've been doing it well before COVID, and so we kind of provide the back end of businesses of maybe someone doesn't have a brick and mortar, maybe someone is just a virtual company or an online based company, and they just need some help, but don't need a full-time like operations manager or office manager or anything like that. So maybe they just need someone part-time, or maybe they're completely overwhelmed and they just need help getting to the end goal. We listen to the client's problems and then implementation to execution.
So you come in and somebody's like not really sure how to, structure their business properly. You can help them figure out the next steps.
Maybe they're just like completely overwhelmed. Or
Okay.
like I always say the key is like if someone's working 80 hours a week and they're just like, I'm so overworked, I'm this business owner, like I can't get out of my own way, but I don't have the money to hire help full time kind of thing. We've literally had people send us like 20-page, goals of what they want for their business, and we kind of like help you get out of your own way of like, let's crawl before we can walk, and let's see how we can help you get to that goal.
Okay.
And just break it down with taking the stress off.
Oh, I need that in my life. I'm like
That's
the
what people
most.
say.
I'm a one person operation for the most part, but I do have like people like Jane. Like
Yeah,
at
of
home.
course.
I have some graphics artists. I have some people that I outsource websites. Some, I have stuff that I outsource some stuff to, but like. I have clients like Deepak that I've worked with for years. I go on site and I work with them one-on-one.
Yep.
And I've been able to keep my business small enough that I don't necessarily need that yet. I tell myself that, but I probably still would benefit from it. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. It's really
Yeah.
just like helping people get out of their own way where they feel too overwhelmed or they feel like they just don't know what the next step is. And it's really just listening and then helping implement what that next step is for them while relieving the stress for them so that way they can go. Like, I can't do what you do, right? Like, I can't go and create all this amazing content and video, but that's what you do. So let me take care of all that back end, like, bullshit, pretty much.
Right,
and
yeah.
that way you can go do what you need to
Because
do.
I suck at bookkeeping and stuff.
Of
I'm like
course.
the worst at any
Yeah.
of that stuff. Like I hate that kind of stuff. Like I dread thinking
So
about
go
it.
do what
doing
you're
it.
the expert in,
Yeah.
and let us take care of like all that back end, like minutia kind of thing, to relieve those hours and that time for that way you to do what you're good at. Because we can't do that, but we're really good at what we
Cool.
do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have like a big staff at your distillery, or is it just like a small skeleton staff that you run most of the time?
So we have about 32 employees now,
Okay.
so about 10 full-time people, a lot of production staff that work with me on the floor making this stuff, and then we have a ton of people that do tastings, bartenders, those kinds of folks, and I definitely will need to connect after this because I am so bad at all of
I was like,
pretty
how many
much
hours a week do
everything.
you work? Like, are you overworked?
I work like 60 hours a week,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I love what I do. So,
course.
but yeah, beyond making product, I have very little interest in coming up with workers' comp policies and doing our
Marketing
accounting.
strategies,
Yeah.
SOPs, payroll,
Yes.
all those things.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what else are we gonna taste today?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna drink another one of these.
Please. I was thinking for the next one we could do our vodka. Do you guys like vodka?
Love vodka.
So this one we were
My
really
middle
excited.
name, actually.
Last year, we're
Caroline.
still not 100% sure how it happened, but USA
Yeah,
Today
I bought one of
named
these.
us the best vodka distillery in the country.
I got one of those for Rachel for
Really?
her birthday, and then I drank it. Sorry,
So what
Rachel.
makes something the best vodka?
It's simple. I
Okay.
feel like a lot of vodkas, there's particularly at like larger mass-produced distilleries, you can do some things with chemistry to maximize your production. You're using benzene-based compounds. You're helping to separate, and a lot of those like chemical type flavors makes its way into its finished product. So with our vodka, we wanted to be simple and clean and elegant. So there's 2 ingredients in this bottle: organic white wheat and water, and that's it. It's 18 times distilled, triple filtered, very, very, very smooth.
It has wheat in it. Does that mean it's gluten free?
It is gluten-free.
How is that possible?
So the distillation process, we are gluten is a protein, and
Okay.
so
Crazy.
when we distill this through, that protein does not boil and turn into a vapor.
Okay.
So it's good to go. So the FDA ruled last year all
that's good.
spirits are gluten-free. And that's 80 proof, drinks like water. It's
It
just simple,
literally drinks
it's
like
clean, it tastes good.
It's super yummy.
And it's one of our more popular because it's versatile. You can put that in any cocktail
That's
and it works
very
really well.
smooth, very smooth vodka.
Probably the most dangerous thing that we make.
Yeah.
It's very easy to drink for sure.
I bought a bottle of that last time I came in.
Yeah,
I was like, yep, I'm gonna take that. And I bought it to give to my girlfriend for her birthday, and then I ended up drinking it and not giving it to her.
That's part of it being dangerous. Yeah, so they might as well just open it.
That is
One.
very smooth. It doesn't like have like that alcohol.
There's no
smell to
bite
it.
at all.
There's no aftertaste or like anything to it.
Yeah, the wheatness just gives it that really just like soft and buttery, finish to it.
It's very nice. Yes.
All right, well, I am going to put us away for a break for a second, and when we come back, we will be joining with Deepak from My Salon Suite here in Frederick. So, Danielle, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
You're so beautiful. We'll see you in person again. And
Have a business? Need help with your online messaging? Medina Media Productions is here to help you create content, produce videos, manage your online presence, and more. With monthly marketing packages starting at only $300, we can fit into any budget. Call me, Caroline, today. Let's talk about your content. 240-344-2440.
Need portable displays for conventions and conferences, to home shows, parties, and DJ backdrops? ExpoNet USA provides the best pricing and service for all your printed branding and marketing needs. If you've got a guy, call Display J at 301-378-9363 or www.exponetusa.com. Also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
have you ever thought about doing this in the hair business? I was like, no. So did a little digging, and there were some competitors of my salon suite. So it's basically a WeWork model for stylists and cosmetologists. I would say even when we opened, I would say we probably had 24 who'd never owned a business before. And the best part of this was I opened up March 16th of 2020. Best time to open up a business, I think. And well, it was fine. It's like nobody, they weren't just picking on me, they were picking on everybody.
Right.
So everybody had to shut down. They had to shut his down. Everybody, but it taught us a lot. I think as small business owners, I think especially being in a community like Frederick. We just found a story about earlier that said, they stopped distilling and they started making sanitizer. This is how a community comes together. I reached out to the board of Maryland and said, so we can't cut hair, right? They're like, yes. I said, can I still rent? I said, sure. So you and I did a lot of marketing together, and we opened up at 100%. And the best part about this is we still, I don't have any employees. These stylists work for themselves. They love, obviously the money they make, but love independence. But just like everybody in this panel, you'll meet. There's only 24 hours. Four-week vacations, and they're financially independent. It's a great model. It really is a good model, and it's a little bit of recession-proof. So it all started with an eatery. It came full circle to a hair salon, and now we're looking to do another copy of it in Hagerstown.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you've been full almost the whole entire time that you've been open.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I will say I'll give Caroline a lot of props. I think she's the first call I make when I have a vacancy. I said, Caroline, we've got a vacancy coming up, and she comes in, does a video, does her thing, and we're, I would say probably within a week we're not vacant, and I think that's a pretty good kill ratio we have. We do videos, we do have a lot of fun things. During COVID, we didn't have back-to-school pictures going on in Frederick, so we did a back-to-school picture night. We had photographer come in, set up at one of those elementary school things. We had a Kona ice truck out there, so we like to give back to the community. We did a we're known for our trick-or-treating, so this was the first year we didn't do it, but we did a trick-or-treat night, so everybody kind of came in. That went viral. I think you helped that make go viral. We have a Party City next to us. There was a line out the door, going to Party City, getting a costume, coming to us to do trick-or-treating. It's about community. So, we do give back to a lot of the community. We've got two people on your panel today who are also big in their community. I'm on the board of our Boys and Girls Club, and I will say that when we come into any kind of event planning, McClintock, Ilforno, they're all there. They're big sponsors. So I feel, a little bit of pride in Frederick that knowing that we have 34 entrepreneurs also giving back to the community.
Heck yeah. That's one of the reasons I thought this show would be such a cool idea, is because there's so many strange famous people in the community that do so much, and bringing those faces to camera and bringing the, kind of a voice to the story behind all the people that are doing all these things. So it's really, that's kind of the whole idea. But so My Salon Suite, if you don't know what My Salon Suite is, it's kind of a unique business idea where if you imagine a huge place like a Staples or a big, building, they transform it into these 32 small individual suites that turn into a small barbershop, a small nail salon, and the person renting it basically has their own little small business, and they can decorate the place the way they want, have their own business hours. It's really cool, and it gives, like he's saying, all these people a chance to be their own boss. So it's really fun.
Yeah, a lot of them come from cosmetology backgrounds, and they worked for salons for years, and they saw a chance, especially during COVID. We've talked about a gig economy all this time. This is sort of their gig economy.
Sure.
So even though they have a brick and mortar to come to, it is their business. It's funny that when they first come in, they're like, so how much do I share my commission with you? I was like, well, whatever you want, but I don't need any of it. So you just pay me rent, and that's it, and they love that concept. And I love it. So, even when I did a search on Google, I said, give me the top 20 stylists in Frederick County. And we had 6 or 7 of them
That's
right
so
in
cool.
ours. Yeah, they're really well known. And just like you do with our social media, we help them go viral with some of their stuff with their social media.
Yeah, that's what I love. Like when they tag us, then I know and I can share it on our stuff and give them props. So
Correct.
good job.
Yeah, it's a good
Good work.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, do you want to taste one more thing and then probably kick you out of
While
here?
I'm at the table.
Get you out of here. So, I mean, one more thing about Boys and Girls Club too. You guys had a golf event this year, right?
We did. We had a huge golf
every
event
year?
this year.
Cool.
We had our Tour de Frederick this year. McClintock was actually a big sponsor for us.
Had an awesome time there.
Had a great time
That's
there.
super
It's
cool.
as I was telling these guys get out of bike races and they want to drink afterwards. In our community, it's just a matter of giving, right? I mean, you call up anything. I will share a personal story. My kids, I had a senior son during COVID, and we had to have a school sponsorship prom. And I was told to fundraise, and one of the first people we called was Ilforno, and they stepped right up. It's just
They're everywhere.
The community just does.
I see
Frederick,
Ilforno on everything.
Yeah, I think as a community, you just step up. Here at Soldier Fit, I know Danny does a lot of things for the community itself, not just here, but all his other locations too. It's a good community.
Definitely.
All
So
right.
what do we got here?
So this is our spice pear cordial. This is all natural seasonal liqueur. It's made with fresh sliced pears,
Smells so good.
clove, cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and rather than adding a bunch of sugar to it, it's made with apple cider vinegar.
Mm.
So it's tart and refreshing instead of that kind of cloyingly sweet note you get with a lot of liqueurs.
So
It's,
good.
winter in a glass. There.
So good. Didn't you guys want to try that? Yeah. You already had it?
Got into
I
it.
think the green room's having a lot more fun.
Yummy. All right. Well, Deepak, thank you so much
You're
again
welcome,
for coming
Caroline.
on the show. As always, you're, great friend. I love hanging out with you and being, in business with you. So thanks for giving back and all the great things that you do.
Thank you.
But you got to get the fuck out of here.
Thank you so much.
So, all right, well, we're going to go take a little quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to have my next guest on the show. John from Ilforno is here. He brought us pizza in the studio. I wish you were here so you could have some, but you're not. So, we'll see you in a few minutes. So. North River Sportsman's Club is offering 3D archery competition to the public starting in March 2023. If you would like to participate or learn more, please contact Valley Guns 2 at 304-229-4411. Catoctin Creek was founded by Becky and Scott Harris in 2009 as the first legal distillery in Loudoun County since before Prohibition. They're located in Percival, Virginia, in the heart of Loudoun Valley. Virginia is the birthplace of American whiskey, and at Catoctin Creek, they faithfully dedicate themselves to that tradition, producing Virginia's most awarded whiskey, Roundstone Rye. Catoctin describes a range of mountains and the eponymous creek, which flows picturesquely past the distillery and into Potomac River and Chesapeake watershed. The results are the finest, cleanest spirits possible with the greatest attention to detail in every single bottle they produce. The Virginia Rye Whiskey. All right, here we go. We're back, everybody. Caroline here with Strange Famous at the Soldier Fit Studios right here in Frederick, Maryland. I am here with my new friend, Brayden from McClintock Distillery. We're having a blast going through a tasting of all the magical spirits he brought in tonight. And my next guest is no stranger to anybody that's in the Frederick area. Everybody knows John. John's everywhere.
Hello.
James, you're definitely Strange Famous. You know that, right?
I'm just strange, I think. I'm more strange than famous.
You're both strange and famous. I just met him for the first night. I mean, I met both of you guys for the first time tonight. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
That's awesome. Our pleasure.
Yeah. So first I got to say, Ilforno is like my favorite pizza, personally.
Thank you.
And you brought in my personal pizza that I order, my ham, pineapple, and banana pepper.
I figured that was not going to be shared, so I got you your own.
Hey, I will eat the whole thing. I don't need to share that with anybody. I'll be taking that home with me.
No,
so
you have a unique flavor, so no one wants it anyway, right?
That's right. I've always been that way. I've always been a little bit odd. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Thus the podcast, right?
Thus the podcast. Definitely thus the podcast. So what is Ilforno? Where does Ilforno come from?
Well, the word Il Forno is actually an Italian word, which means the oven.
Okay.
Most people think it's the fire because of our logo, but fire is Il Foco.
Okay.
So we started in 1985, actually. My dad started one in Bethesda, Maryland. And then we did one about 4 years later in Gaithersburg. We did one in Lewis, Delaware. And then we came to Frederick in 1990.
Dang.
And so we just turned 32. It's pretty scary.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's super awesome. I mean, as soon as I went in and had pizza at your place, I haven't gone anywhere else really for pizza because I don't like a greasy pizza. I like a pizza that's like, you know, a little bit healthier, and I feel like I can taste the ingredients, not just all grease, you know what I mean? And a lot of people put a lot of grease in their pizza, and I like the oven, coal-fired, you know,
We
pizza you guys
use
have.
no sugar and no salt in our dough, and our ovens are actually ambrogi, which means they're lava rock. They cook at about 900 degrees.
Dang.
So when we're rocking on that Friday and we got 2 ovens going, we're cooking 600 or 800 pizzas. I mean,
That's
it's
why
crazy.
it's so hot in there sometimes.
Oh, yeah. We don't turn the heat on in the winter. We have not turned it on in years.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. So do you want to taste something while we're in between? I mean, I have so many questions for you.
Yeah,
But I think
fire
we
away.
can jump
Some
into
coffee liqueur.
Yeah, let's do the coffee liqueur.
And I'm going to do a plug for you that your wings are amazing, and I get them
Oh, thanks so
very
much.
frequently.
Well, I
Yeah.
will say this. I was an altar boy, and I never did communion shots, so I probably should have.
So this is tastier than wine here. So this is our coffee liqueur. This is actually one of our newer products. It's made with fresh roasted, fresh ground coffee from Dublin Roasters, so also local.
Right here in Frederick. Nice.
And we did this as a coffee
smells so
for
good.
coffee drinkers. It's not sweet. It's made with just a splash of Frederick raised honey and dark roast coffee and organic spirits. That's it. So it's a coffee liqueur that
Yum.
tastes like coffee.
That's very good.
It's a good
Wowza.
pick-me-up. Now we've tried through a bunch of different stuff. A little caffeine gets
Get you
going.
back going.
Yeah.
Nice.
That would be good on a good snow day.
Yes, absolutely.
2 foot
So
snow,
yummy.
sitting in the bar at home.
Some
I like
vanilla ice cream.
Ooh.
it. You went to the ice cream. Okay, I was just thinking about drinking all day. Okay.
Just pouring that over some a la mode. Okay. All right. So what do you got there in your little box, John? What is that?
So, I could talk about pizza all the time. I've been doing it my whole life. What I love more than anything in the world is horror movies. And I got into this new thing locally where I cater movies and I do some other stuff, but it's very weird. You're not allowed to talk about movies till they come out. But last movie said I was doing food on, I met a guy it's a crazy story. So I was watching We Own This City. I'm a big horror guy and I love HBO series and stuff. So I go drop off the food and I look over, older guy, real handsome guy, real presence. And I give him like a double take. He was in We Own This City that I just finished watching. He actually had a good role in it. So we end up shooting the shit and becoming friends, and we go fishing now. He loves fishing. That's kind of what we started talking about. Anyway, fun thing that we're doing. I have bought tickets to anyone who wants to go next Wednesday. We're going to be watching I don't even know how to do this. Oh, I'm so stupid.
I got you.
So we're going to be watching The Night Watchman next Wednesday night. It's going to be interactive. We're going to have half-price beer, shots, popcorn, and the ticket is on me. So you want to come out, all the actors will be there. They're going to be signing things and saying hi to people. It is the funnest movie. It's a little bit like Shaun of the Dead. It's
Nice.
clown vampires.
It looks awesome.
It's hilarious. But anyway, please join me next week. It's my treat. We're going to have a great time. And we might even literally have some interactive stuff with the actors. So I just want to promote that because they're really good guys. We're doing a fishing trip on Saturday for breast cancer. So every single solitary donation we've gotten so far, I think we're at like $8,000, goes to breast cancer.
Wow.
So it's awesome, yeah.
That's really cool.
And I get to go fishing.
And where are they showing that movie?
Oh, it's at Warehouse Cinemas.
Awesome.
And yeah,
that's super cool.
They're
great
great. I
spot.
love Lori over there.
What time are you doing that?
I'm gonna put it all on my social media and I'll connect it to
Yeah,
you. But I think
I'll share
we're
it
meeting
for
at
you.
6. We're gonna do food, drinks, and all that, and then I think 7:30 the movie starts.
That sounds awesome.
Gonna be fun. Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then you're also involved in some fighters, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Love
so
me
you
some
promote
MMA, yeah.
MMA fighters locally and sponsor some of them?
I have
Like-
12 fighters that I sponsor. And I have this thing. I only sponsor really, really good people. Like these kids, I call them kids because they're in their 20s and stuff. They're amazing. They're really hardworking guys. And it's hard to get sponsors. So I sponsor 12 different fighters. And now 3 of them are professional already, which is incredible. And then my main man, Josh Jackson, is fighting in 2 weeks at Maryland Live. So he's my first fighter. He's had horrible luck. He has won his last 3 fights by knockout, and every time he knocks him out, he breaks his hand. Literally 3 for 3. So we need him to win without breaking his hand. But it's a ton of fun, and these kids are amazing. And then when they win, I always give them free food. I give them bonus checks, just like the real deal. And they get all excited. I'm like, here's your bonus check. And then we have a lot of fun with it. But it's a passion of mine, and I've been to like 14 events so far, so it's fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I see you posting stuff all the time, and I'm like, dude, what the heck is this guy doing now? And he's like just as weird as me. You're always supposed to do all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah,
I love it. He's a
Got
cool
some fun
guy.
things coming up too. Unfortunately,
Yeah?
I'm not allowed to talk about them, but they're huge.
Well, you'll
And
have to keep us posted.
I'll
man.
come back in 3 months.
Yeah, you will. You have to come back.
It's gonna be really, really exciting.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to do an actual episode live from, the restaurant. And then, like, maybe when it gets warmer, we could do it out on the patio or something.
Sure. That'd
And
be
you can
awesome.
show me the oven. We can go back there with the camera and show people, what
That'd be
you guys
great.
do, how you do the lava. What'd you call it? Lava
Lava
oven?
rock.
Lava
Yep. Ambrogi. Yep.
Ambrogi.
Yes.
I like
Very
that.
fancy.
Very fancy. Well, it's really awesome to talk to. Okay, one other thing. Your dog. What's your dog's name?
Leroy.
Leroy.
Everyone loves
He
Leroy.
posts these pictures of Leroy, and I'm like, I don't know what it is about this dog, but I just love him. His little face, and he's like always looking out the window. I'm like, oh, John, don't leave him at home again. You better go home.
So my last dog was Barney, and he was massive. He was 70 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He had a weight issue, but he also had a thyroid issue. So please. Anyway, people loved him on Facebook. Loved him. I'd have my friends and their kids come in and be like, what's Barney doing? So Barney passed away, made it to 14 years. And then, when you lose a dog, you kind of think about, I'm going to take my time. I have so many friends and connections. Someone sent me Leroy at the Pound. I went that day. And what's weird? I brought pizza, and somehow I got him. It's a good little way to say hi to people. But Leroy's amazing. He's so cute. He literally gives hugs. If you walk near him, he comes up and hugs you.
It's so cute.
And
he's like in the window, like waiting.
But my favorite picture is I spoil the heck out of him. Maybe $200 of the dog's toys, and he's eating a paper towel roll on top of his toys. Just screw. And I'm like, he does everything I don't want him to do, but he's awesome.
He seems very awesome.
He is really cool.
Yeah,
So.
I haven't met him personally, but I feel
loves
like
other
I feel like
dogs.
I know him just by his personality through the pictures alone. So
He loves girls and he loves other dogs. Me, I'm just there to feed him, I think.
yeah,
I think he likes me a
typical
little
dog. Yeah. All right. Do you have something else for us to try?
One more?
One
Yeah.
more. All right.
So I'll make sure this.
Yeah, I'm gonna. And you did. John brought us in swag too, so we got swag. Some
Always
Ilforno
drop the
hats.
swag when you go places.
Ilforno hats. Oh, sorry.
All right, so this is our Oro vodka. So this is
Oro
kind of a weird one. It is our Epiphany, the first vodka we tried, and then we infused it with fresh sliced organic cucumbers and lime zest. And then I love tequila, but I would never ever attempt to make a tequila. But I bought these beautiful Añejo tequila barrels from a distillery down in Guadalajara and aged this vodka in those tequila barrels for a little over a year.
So where do you get these ideas? Do you do like acid and just have an idea?
Pretty
You're
much,
like, I want
pretty
to go to
much.
Guadalajara
Yep.
and get a barrel.
I know a lot of weird people. They say, I got 4 Añejo tequila barrels. I said, I'll take them. And then you have to think of something
and they
to
just
do with
know
them.
like that you would want them.
They know when they get the weird shit, they know who to call to offload them
Good to
to,
know.
and it's me. So it's like if tequila and vodka and gin had a baby, it would be like this.
I really like it.
They shouldn't have a baby. That's wrong.
Wow.
They can keep it casual.
Yeah, that's right.
That's really
So
good.
good.
Everything you guys do is good.
So what is the comedy of horrors?
It's the same guys. It's
Okay.
their second movie. I just brought both of them because I grabbed them.
Gotcha. All right, well, John's going to give us all the information for his events. I'll make sure to put it in the comments and everything when I post the video for you guys.
Yes.
So we'll be posting this on YouTube, everything. Please subscribe and follow, Ilforno, and also go check out all of our guests online. We'll make sure we put links to all their social media stuff in the links in the bottom of the video. Jay, take us away to a break. We're going to go away. One more guest here in just a couple of minutes. Chad English will be joining me from Olympus Electric. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you, John.
Thank you. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Have a business? Need help with your online messaging? Medina Media Productions is here to help you create content, produce videos, manage your online presence, and more. With monthly marketing packages starting at only $300, we can fit into any budget. Call me, Caroline, today. Let's talk about your content. 240-344-2440.
Need portable displays for conventions and conferences, to home shows, parties, and DJ backdrops? ExpoNet USA provides the best pricing and service for all your printed branding and marketing needs. You've got a guy. Call Display J at 301-378-9363 or www.exponetusa.com. Also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Catoctin Creek was founded by Becky and Scott Harris in 2009 as the first legal distillery in Loudoun County since before Prohibition. They're located in Percival, Virginia, in the heart of Loudoun Valley. Virginia is the birthplace of American whiskey, and at Catoctin Creek they faithfully dedicate themselves to that tradition, producing Virginia's most awarded whiskey, Roundstone Rye. Catoctin describes a range of mountains and the eponymous creek, which flows picturesquely past the distillery and into Potomac River and Chesapeake watershed. The results are the finest, cleanest spirits possible, with the greatest attention to detail in every single bottle they produce. The Virginia Rye Whiskey. We're back, everybody. We are live. This is our last guest of the night. Save the best for last for tonight. This is my friend Chad. Chad English.
Is this thing on? Hello? Yeah.
Hello. Testing
Best for
1, 2,
last,
3.
right? I feel like I should have something to put on the front here. I don't have a pizza box or a hat or liquor bottles. So.
It's all right.
But it's all right. Great
for your
to
big
take care of
shiny
that.
personality up there. Well, it's great for you to be here tonight,
Yeah,
Mr.
thank you
English.
for the invite. I do appreciate it.
Yeah. So you own an electric company.
Excuse me. Yes, I do. We do residential and commercial. It is. It's been an interesting ride. I'm about 4 years in, getting ready to cross over that 5 mark.
Okay.
So we've done a lot of residential. We're working on getting to the next level, that commercial spot. So I was actually talking to Deepak about that a little bit. And yeah, it's part of just where I want to be in the end, and then, maybe the next step after that is Destin, Florida, feet in the sand.
Really?
Just, defer all that out. So
Yeah. That's not a bad plan, man.
No,
I can't really go wrong with feet in the sand.
Right. Early retirement. I don't know if that works out for it, but.
Have you ever seen that movie Sweet Home Alabama where like the lightning strikes the sand and makes that like those glass things? Is that a real thing? Is that really a thing?
You know, I have never seen that in my life, and I feel like he had a whole lot of that for that to be like a thing. I feel like that would be more of a common thing.
He was putting like those big rods in the sand, remember?
Yeah. That's right. So I have seen that, but I don't know if that's a real thing. I have no idea. I know what happens if lightning strikes and
if you ever find out, let me know.
Okay, I'll Google it. Well, now that we're talking about it, it'll pop up for you. So
yeah, Siri's listening, I'm sure.
Right.
All right. Well, of course we have our friend Braden over here.
Of course, he's been killing it all night.
He's got some liquor for us to try.
Braden, have you been indulging with the guest?
I will indulge on this.
Okay.
One
There we
It's
go.
the end. It's the end. It's the grand finale.
I like that.
We're drinking pine trees at the end here. We have gin.
Oh yeah.
So just a quick reminder, that I appreciate you asking how you can donate to Platoon 22. So if you're interested in supporting Platoon 22, please visit. They have a website, they have social media, they have YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You can go and donate on any of those platforms. I think you can even subscribe to donate like regularly, $20 a month, $50 a month, whatever. So please do. It's our main goal is just creating awareness for Platoon 22 with our program that we're doing this. And so thanks for coming on tonight as my guests. Thanks for coming out. So what do we got here? What is this one?
This is our Forager Gin, still our flagship. It's probably what we're most known for, and it is our love letter to Frederick here. It's 21 different botanicals, a lot of which are inspired by the ones that grow in the mountains right outside of Frederick. So it's wild, it's herbaceous, it's got a lot of flavor. It's like tasting like a walk through the woods.
Woo.
Seriously, so good.
Wow.
That is so good.
It's got a little zip to it.
You like
No,
that?
it's very good. You know, I've never really been the biggest gin fan, but I do like that. It's very good. I've never really known how to mix gin to where I've enjoyed it.
It's a lot of gins are very dry. It's like, people are like, I'm being assaulted in the mouth by a Christmas tree.
It's very piney, yes.
Yeah, but good gins are nuanced and complex, and they have a lot of different good flavor to them, and that's what we try to do with these ones. And you can use them in gin and tonics or martinis or Negronis, or I like drinking these just on their own.
I've never had a Negroni, and I feel like I should have one. I've seen it a lot lately, and I've watched even who's the guy that owns Cabo Wabo? Sammy Hagar. He made a Negroni
with Cabo Wabo.
Yes, I do believe so. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I feel like sometime here I need to try that. But that was fantastic. So that was really good.
Thank you.
That would 100% beat out Bombay or any of them without a doubt.
It's so much
I
smoother.
cringe. I cringe.
So much smoother.
Yeah.
And so, speaking of cringe, have you ever like really, really zapped yourself? Really good.
Yeah.
Have you ever died?
No. I have not. I mean,
feel like it's a legit question.
Here we are. We're right here. No,
You could die and come back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty common.
I have
isn't it?
I have worked with numerous people that we call it being hung up. So there's certain voltages, especially when you get into commercial, you have higher voltages that when you get hit, it literally your muscles just lock. So when cops and people use tasers, they're shooting 50,000 volts. Now it doesn't kill you because there's no amperage in it. That's one of those things where the amperage is really what gets you.
Right.
Right. So the voltage, as it hits you, it just locks your muscles, and you can literally do nothing. So when you get hung up in the electric field, you could be in a drop ceiling, like a ceiling grid. You could be touching a metal pipe. Once that strong voltage ends up hitting you, a lot of times unfortunately it's game over. But if you have a way to, if somebody's able to knock you off or get you off or something along those lines, it's you do have a fighting chance. But usually at that point the voltage has locked you up and the amperage is cooking you pretty much from the inside out like a hot dog.
So crazy.
Yeah, very much.
It's so scary. Like I've worked with, I was a network engineer for a while. So I did a lot of like punch downs and different, stuff for like running cabling and whatever. And I was always like, it always scared the crap out of me. Like thinking of getting zapped. Like I just always like, it's one of those things that I don't feel smart enough to I don't feel like I'm smart enough to understand electricity enough to not die. So I'm going to stay away from it.
It's definitely one of those things you have to be very careful of.
Just be knowledgeable about it.
And
how it works,
there's a lot of hairy homeowners out there that do a lot of their own electricity.
Okay.
And while it's not the stronger voltage of things that you can really die from, that's actually the most common
You
way.
can really die from.
Yeah, well,
You can part die.
Right, yeah.
Like if you just like throw your toaster oven in the bathtub at home, you're gonna die.
That'll
right?
do it. Yeah, yeah, that'll do it. But and they've actually found ways now
Home remedy
to
for
prevent that.
ending your life.
No, but and actually, unfortunately, residential people doing residential electric is the most common way to die, though. Unfortunately, in the electric field, just because it's the most common.
I thought it was like falling in the bathtub.
Well, I think it's because people try
And
to
then
take
they get
certain things on their
electrocuted
hands.
when they fall.
Right. Just like, oops.
So do you have to come in and like rat's nest what somebody has done themselves?
That does happen. We get a lot of people moving into new homes newer to them, but homes that are older, where work has been done. They're like, well, we can't figure this out, and you go in and you just shake your head. You're like, why?
Why
didn't
do
you
this?
just call somebody to please take care of this? I'm like, if this was an electrician that did this, you take him off. Just
so
revoke his
bad.
license, please. But no, you see
But there's a lot of these
different things.
handymen that are out doing handyman things now, and like I know that's a pretty common thing. And not that handymen can't be like handy or that they're not all terrible, but
No.
I've seen some of these guys work, and it's scary because your house can burn down. Like you catch
Absolutely.
your house on fire, and you can all die.
Yeah, and you get, excuse me, you get people that they're like, well, I grew up, my dad taught me, or I saw a TikTok on it. Like, okay, let me just, I'll take a look for you. It's okay. So.
Yeah, let me just double it up and
Yeah,
check
let me double check your work, and
Just
we'll,
double
it's just for your safety, please. But yeah, you do run into quite a few things. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, don't
No,
stop.
sorry.
One more. We have one more, right?
Absolutely.
All right, this is
So
the last. This is the last thing.
what kind of infused gin? Because obviously this isn't the standard pine tree. This isn't the standard spruce, Braden.
Yes, this is our very popular one. It is our very gentle, very easy drinking gin, our Gardeners. So it's made with it's a floral and citrus forward gin. So lavender, hibiscus, rose hips, 3 different citrus peels, and then we short age it in Madeira wine barrels. So you get a little bit of red wine just to kind of clean it up, but it is very drinkable. I'm gonna have one too.
Yeah, I was
Now
gonna say, I
I'm
thought
talking
this
about
was,
this.
it's the end of the round here, so.
Yeah,
Can I get a little bit more of
you
that?
sure can. Make sure it
I'm
tastes
pretty-
good the second time too.
No, I mean that's probably my favorite.
That pine, it just hits right on the tip of the tongue. That's
Just
very
the
good. So where do you guys get your wine barrels from for that?
So these Madeira barrels come from an island off the coast of northern Africa.
That's what I would have guessed. Yep.
So it's the
Why
only
would
place.
you have guessed that?
I just would have known. It's the hint.
I would have
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
fucking
So
guessed
past
that.
the hibiscus.
Just the tip
This
of
one,
northern
right?
Africa.
So
That's what I was
it's
thinking.
called the Madeira Islands, and they make a special kind of wine there, and we get this barrel from them. And they age. It's 120 degrees there during the summer, so when it's aging, the wine gets really deep into the wood. And so when we use it, there's a ton of really nice flavor in there.
That's
so that's
so
why we
awesome.
went with Madeira.
Like a traditional oak barrel.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have friends there, too?
French oak.
Just like TikTok each other, like, hey girl.
This one
Send
I
me some
had to find a
barrels.
broker.
So you found someone. So
So
there's brokers for wine
There
barrels.
is the Scotch guys buy a lot of Madeira barrels to age Scotch in, so I have to have a broker that go out there every harvest season and will bid on barrels to see if we can get, like we usually get 20 about.
There's so much to learn about everything.
It's insane.
It's
There's a
just
plethora of
mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's a fun job. I would love to be a barrel broker. You just go around to distilleries, wineries around the world and
Can
just
you
taste their
imagine?
stuff. It'd be amazing.
That is the
That
coolest.
sounds
That sounds
horrible.
amazing.
God, I can't imagine. I would like to point out, if you guys can see this, this one here, she's got all the samples. She did a good job.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Came
well
to win.
done. Well, so yeah.
Well, my mama didn't raise a quitter. All right. Well, I'm very grateful that you all came out tonight.
And
Well, we
I mean,
all appreciate it.
I don't know. Do you guys do any other, are you involved in anything else? I know you do some stuff with like BNI.
I do. I will have to say, and especially I have much respect for Deepak on what he was saying when he was talking, for smaller business. I didn't really notice the level of small business gratitude, like love, that until you're a small business. And where that really comes from. I never respected it to that level until I was a small business. So that is one thing I do try to help is helping small business grow. There's tons of huge box stores around that you can buy anything from. You got Amazon, you got all this stuff. And it does make it easy, but that doesn't help the people who are trying to help put their kids through school and do events and things like that. So it's the small businesses that really matter and really does grow a community and help make that community special. So that's part of the reason. So when I do networking, I do like working with smaller businesses and help them grow. That helped me grow. So we grow together. So
Very dope. And where can people find you? On Facebooks and all the things?
Yep, Facebook. So it's Olympus Electric is the company, and it's olympuselectricllc.com. And you can reach me at olympuselectricllc@gmail.com. And
I'll put all that in. I'll put it all in the thing. So you can just go down below and click and reach out to him.
Yep.
So you can do residential, commercial. Hit him up if you got questions. If you have any, projects you have coming up that you need some help with. Electrical is always better safe than sorry, man. You don't want to mess with the electric.
We do most projects around Frederick and the surrounding counties of Frederick. But obviously, if the job is big enough, we go surpass that, and we go and take a look. But we definitely touch Frederick and everything that does touch Frederick. So
awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. I think you've been a great guest.
I really appreciate you having me.
I really appreciate
awesome
you coming.
time.
Yeah, this is super fun. So I think we're going to actually do our show live from the distillery. So we'll be doing this live from the distillery, I believe, next week. Is what we're talking about.
Yes.
double bubble for you.
1 week from now, we'll be doing this again, but from the distillery, and we'll be able to do a little bit behind the scenes, see where you actually grind all this stuff out, and see some of this in real life. So
nice.
Should be
You're
really
gonna have
fun.
to lower the guests on that one.
Yeah, it's probably going to be more just a focus on the distillery, maybe
Yeah.
one or two guests that'll walk through with me and check
Yeah.
everything out. So
that's a lot of info.
yeah, no, it should be very fun. So until next time, thank you so much to all my awesome guests, all the awesome sponsors. Again, thanks Danny Farrar and the amazing people here at Soldier Fit for letting us use the studio. Thanks to my producers, Venue Media, Mike and Jay. You guys are thebomb.com. I love you very much. And we couldn't do it without the amazing people watching. So stay tuned and tune in next time. Peace. Bye, guys.